We've discussed only one of the basic things we can do with the electronic tube. We can use it to rectify. The second basic thing we can do with it is amplify. Here's how. Between the cathode and the anode of the two-element tube, which we diagrammed a while ago, we now place a grid. To this grid, we connect an input of some weak voltage, which we wish to amplify. Firstly, when the grid is positive, an equally large effect is exerted in increasing the flow of electrons from cathode to anode. This amplifying property of the three-element electronic tube is put to work in innumerable ways. A third thing it can do is generate. The term generate in this connection is meant in a general rather than a technical sense. A triode is connected for oscillation in the way shown here. The system then becomes capable of changing direct current into alternating current. Note that what we're doing in this case is amplifying in the usual way and then feeding back to the grid part of the amplified voltage. Continued repetition of this feedback results cumulatively in a strong alternating current. This electronic means of generating alternating current is important because it can produce very high frequencies up to millions of cycles, far beyond the range of ordinary rotating equipment. A familiar application of this is the radio transmitter. This scene reproduces an historic occasion, the first time a radio transmitter was used for large-scale public entertainment.
This is station KDKA of the Westinghouse Electric and Manufacturing Company.
Here is a new, less familiar application of electronic high-frequency generation. High-frequency heating of 200,000 cycles per second is now used to flow tin as the final step in the electrolytic plating of steel strip. Here's another example of where electronic high-frequency generation is doing a job today. Dielectric bonding of plastic and plywood sections in a matter of minutes instead of days. Now for still another basic thing that the electronic tube can do. It can also serve as a bridge to transform light into electric current. Here's how. We replace the ordinary heat-activated cathode of a two-element electronic tube with one made of photosensitive material. Light can now replace heat as the stimulator of electronic emission.